You know that feeling, right? You learn a brand new word, you get that little spark of excitement, and then, poof, it just vanishes from your brain right when you need it most. Well, today, we're going to fix that. We are going to explore a method that helps you not just memorize words, but truly own them. All right, let's get right into it. It's such a common frustration, isn't it? You find a fantastic new word, you can't wait to use it, and then the perfect moment comes along, and your mind just goes blank. Look, it's not that your memory is broken. It's more that you've only just scratched the surface of what that word is all about. And that right there is the big secret. This isn't about having a better memory. It's about building a much deeper, richer understanding. Think about it this way. Just memorizing a definition is like having a blurry black and white photo of a word, but understanding it, that's like having a full-color 3D model that you can spin around in your mind and look at from every single angle. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to walk through a simple 4-step method that's going to completely change how you learn new vocabulary. It's a really powerful way to build a real, lasting connection with every single new word you meet. So here's the game plan. It's 4 simple steps. First, we're going to nail down the word's core meaning, what it's really all about. Then we'll meet its relatives, its word family. Step 3, and this is my favorite part, we'll see how it actually gets used out there in the real world. And finally, to really lock it in, we're going to get to know its opposite. Sounds good? Let's give it a whirl. All right, let's put this method to the test. We're going to start with a pretty tricky group. These are abstract nouns that all have something to do with the idea of something missing. Okay, let's really dig into these. First up, we've got shortage. So think of this as when there's just not enough of something essential, something you expect to have plenty of. You hear about a shortage of water or a shortage of qualified teachers. The opposite here, that would be a surplus or an abundance. Now, what about lack? This one feels a bit more personal, more abstract. You can have a lack of confidence, or a lawyer might point to a lack of evidence. Its opposite is simply the presence of something. And then there's void. Whoa. This one's powerful. It's about total, complete emptiness. You can fill a void after someone leaves, or a contract can be null and void, basically legally empty. Its opposite is fullness. Do you feel that difference? Each word has its own specific flavor, and that's exactly the kind of deep understanding we're after. Okay, so we've seen how this works for nouns that describe a state of being. But what about verbs? Words of action. This method is incredibly flexible, as you're about to see. Let's take a word like climb. The core meaning is super simple, to go up, right? But the real magic happens when we see who it partners with. We climb up a mountain, climb down from a ladder, or climb over a fence. Its word family gives us things like climbing as a sport or a hobby. But here's the really cool part. The metaphors. People climb the corporate ladder, or you hear that prices are climbing. Making those connections is like super glue for your memory, I swear. And of course, the direct opposite is to descend. For our last example, let's tackle a group of words that get mixed up all the time. Words used for comparison. These are all about relationships between things, and figuring out their specific context is the absolute key. So how do we keep these straight? Well, versus is almost always about direct competition. Think sports or a courtroom, the home team versus the visitors. It's about a contest. Then you have against. This is about opposition for sure, but it's much broader. You can physically lean against a wall, or you can vote against a new law. And finally, compared to. This one isn't about a fight at all. It's all about analysis. Our sales are up compared to last quarter. You see? One is a direct fight, one is general opposition, and the last one is just a measurement. It's all about the context of the relationship. So we've seen how this 4-step process can help us untangle all these little differences in nouns, verbs, and these tricky little relational words. But hey, this isn't just about the words we talked about today. The real point here is to give you a tool, a powerful framework that you can use on any new word you ever encounter. So let's just run through it one more time to really lock it in. Remember these 4 steps. Define the core meaning. Explore the family. See it in the wild, in real-world use. And know its opposite. Seriously, this simple framework will absolutely change the way you learn new words for the better. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about acing a vocabulary test. It's about building your ability to say what you truly mean with more confidence and more precision. Every new word you really master is like adding a brand new color to your palette, letting you paint a much richer, more vibrant picture with your ideas. So, I've got a little challenge for you. Pick one new word today, any word, and really put it through these 4 steps. Make that word yours. And hey, if you're up for it, why not share it with everyone in the comments? I'd love to see what you come up with. So, what word are you going to truly master today?